There's a hole in my bucket where
Switch 2.
go. There's a hole in my heart where
You want
to
it.
go. There's a hole and a hole and a hole.
Frittata!
I don't know what to say. All I asked for was a few subs, and you guys came in and gave me like nearly 400 goddamn subs last video. How are you doing that?
Rigged.
At this rate, 100K is gonna be coming sooner than I expected, and I am not ready to play the stereotype Mexican that I was raised as. The pressure is on. The pressure is on. Every day we get closer to 100K, I get closer to dancing la cucaracha and mowing lawns. So make it happen. Oh, also, tomorrow, State of Play. I'm gonna be streaming it. Tune in, you better be there. We better have over 1,000 people watching. If we don't, then when I do a face reveal, I won't wear the poncho.
I don't wanna cut the grass.
48 hours. That is the amount of time left before all the soy jacks go flooding Targets, Walmarts, Best Buys. Soy jacking all over the gaming section, picking up their Nintendo Switch 2s to bring them home and play the same games they've been playing for decades. All right, Frit, that's it. I've had enough of you, okay? I like your Nintendo hate videos, but you have to admit Nintendo games are fantastic. Oh, no doubt they are. It's just with how AA and indie games have significantly caught up, I feel like I've been spoiled and I expect more. And just about everything that the Nintendo Switch 2 has going for it is something I've been experiencing as an avid PC gamer for over 10 years now. So you'll have to excuse me for not being hyped. When you live your whole life seeing Nintendo products and, you know, having played them, it just kind of wears off after a while. You just want to try new things, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Nintendo guys will laugh, but Schedule 1 is addicting as hell right now. And those are the type of experiences you just can't get on Nintendo devices. But that's the thing about Nintendo experiences. I can get them on PC, I mean.
Yeah, but that's totally illegal.
Is it? I don't know.
And if it isn't directly through emulating Nintendo, then it's either playing a game made by a developer who did it better than Nintendo. It's just once you go PC, it's hard to go back. Your options are just limitless. You couldn't catch me standing in line waiting for a brand new console release in the cold ass fucking rain, let alone handing over $500 2 months ahead of time, fully confident I will be getting my system. Because a lot of people that did that have been facing mass cancellations. Several major retailers are canceling Switch 2 pre-orders last minute due to not having enough consoles. Customers affected may have to wait a month or more for Switch 2 restock.
You freaking bricks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
So no! Yes! Damn, Frit, you're harsh. How dare you celebrate soy jacks not getting their tablet for kids' games? Listen, if you sub to this channel, you should know by now what to expect out of me.
My name is
Fritanga Place.
and I'm an asshole.
I think people who pre-order absolutely deserve to get fucked over. That way they learn to never pre-order ever again. They have no problem always scolding other people for pre-ordering whatever it is, but when it comes to Nintendo, oh, there's the exception right there. To me, it's like watching jackasses pre-order the very first RTX 5000 series cards. You get what you fucking deserve. And a lot of these retailers range from Target to Best Buy to Walmart, and it's hilarious too because apparently Nintendo sent out official out-of-stock Switch 2 signs to major retailers to let people know there ain't gonna be no Switch 2s at launch because they're all pre-ordered and sold out. It's hilarious because all these major retailers knew they wouldn't have enough inventory. They knew they wouldn't have enough stock, but they still took people's pre-orders in, getting a bunch of losers' hopes up and then canceling on them at the last minute. Do you know there are people who actually legitimately took days off for this release? Just imagine using up all your PTO and you don't get the Switch 2. Yay! I'm sorry. I'm such an asshole. It's just, I love seeing pre-order culture backfire on idiots. Let's also not act like the retailers didn't know, or as the producer of this channel, Monly, would say, they didn't know. The funniest part, though, comes when GameStop decides to step in and say this. Not us. GameStop gloating about not canceling Switch 2 pre-orders is hilarious because they fucking canceled mine. Yes!
Oh my god, it was amazing. It's mostly sexual.
GameStop being made to look like fools and a Nintendo guy having his pre-order canceled. 2 birds with 1 stone. Thank you!
Target just canceled my Switch 2 pre-orders a week before the release. Thanks, Target. Never ordering from you again. By the way, don't use PayPal to pre-order on Target.
Oh, yes, another one. Yes, more. Give me more.
Walmart, you have failed me for canceling my Switch 2 pre-order when my payment method is valid and has funds available. Give it back.
It's mine.
We fuck you up, man. We takes the money.
Yay!
Three people got their Switch 2 shipped from Walmart. While mine got canceled, got me feeling like this.
Yes! Yes! I need more! I need more!
Walmart randomly canceled my Switch 2 pre-order Saturday, and Nibbuzz emailed me today like, our bad, order for real this time.
If you know what's good for you, you will not commit the same mistake. You have been given a second chance to do right. Do not reorder. This is a sign from Marika. Yeah, Marika. She's telling you, don't pre-order.
Absolutely insane of Walmart to cancel my Switch 2 pre-order that I pre-ordered the night it went live because of a large number of orders. Meanwhile, multiple times sold more on their site, but I just had to cancel mine that I had planned to receive, lol.
Oh my god. That was so much Nintendo salt I almost died. Jesus Christ. I nearly choked on my own vomit. Talk about major overdose, but oh my god. I can't get enough of that. I can't get enough. I'm a bad person. I get off on this. It's just pre-order culture is awful. Ain't no way in hell anybody should be giving any corporation their money before that corporation has proved to you that their product is worth any single transaction. And on top of that, it is incredibly important to stick it to the retailers because they're the ones at the end of the day who are overselling their stock in order to get more traffic in their businesses, in order to get more pre-orders locked in, and their relevancy should honestly die by now because retailers have been screwing you over for decades. But that's not the real salt. See, you guys came for Nintendo fanboy salt. All I gave you right there was an appetizer. Now it's time for the main course because you see, there's some people out there who just aren't that hyped about the Switch 2, and Nintendo fanboys, they take that shit to heart. I've never been less excited for a console launch than the Nintendo Switch 2. I pre-ordered one as soon as I could, but now the launch feels a bit meh.
He's a monster.
Then cancel your order and let someone who actually wants one have one.
Oh, he's getting mad.
How dare you? How dare you, Tom? How dare you not smear your reporting of the Nintendo Switch 2 in toxic positivity like Dr. Trey, who gets more likes on Twitter than he gets views on YouTube because being a Nintendo fanboy just doesn't pay the bills for him. Now, unlike Dr. Trey, people are actually going to tune in and listen to Tom Warren's opinion on the Switch 2. That's why he needs one. I just love how Dr. Trey's reaction is, well, anything less than absolute excitement, then you should cancel your pre-order. Which, by the way, I will say he is right. You should cancel your pre-order, Tom Warren. Fuck this device. Leave one for one of these Nintendo guys that leaves skid marks on chairs. And don't go on giving your opinion. How dare you? This is the most hyped system in the world. It's going to change and revolutionize gaming. To me, it's just hilarious how Nintendo guys will settle for nothing less than absolute praise. I haven't been seeing this Dr. Trey guy hyping anything up. All I've been seeing him do is go to other people's opinions about Nintendo and console war with them. Because at the end of the day, he is a stupid console fanboy who will laugh at other console fanboys for wrestling in the mud as he just walked out of the same pig pen he was wrestling in. Because this dude loves tearing down other people's gaming experiences, but if you do the same to dear old Nintendo, he'll declare war on you. Because his love and praise and fanboyism for Nintendo is just one step below being outright dogmatic. To me, it's just so funny to see that there's a group of fanboys who can't even enjoy their own Switch 2 because others are not excited, others don't have any hype for it, some question the device, and that really bothers Dr. Trey. In all fairness to him though, he did ratio Tom Warren, and I'm not a big fan of Tom Warren, so I'm getting a kick out of watching these two. One is pre-ordering a device he's not excited for, and the other is angry he's not excited about the device. For Dr. Trey, it's hard to conceive, hard to believe that some people just don't feel that excited. I mean, I'm one of those people. Not all of us are wowed by, the 1000th Mario or the 1000th Zelda. I do like the Switch 2 as a handheld device though. I think it's pretty impressive and is achieving quite a lot for a handheld. But the Switch 2 does not have the games that I am looking forward to. And it's the same for a lot of people. They just can't conceive it. They can't fathom it. For them, it's impossible. There's gonna be a bunch of assholes online shaming people who got a Switch 2 on launch day, by the way.
Dude, that poor kid. Yeah, we gotta remember to kick his ass tomorrow.
Good. Log off. Don't be on the internet that day. But I know you Nintendo guys. You'll have your brand new Switch, you'll play it for 20 minutes, and you'll go straight to Twitter to tweet and see everybody else's reactions and search for approval, all right? You guys are predictable. You have a Goomba picture, for fuck's sake. Yes, it is perfectly acceptable and okay to criticize pre-order culture, okay? Hell, I see Nintendo guys do this all the time, especially when it involved the PS5 Pro. You are not immune or safe from criticism. People are allowed to think your purchase was shit, all right? I know it sucks, but if we lived with your sensibilities, then we wouldn't be able to talk shit to every single dumbass that purchased an RTX 5000 series card day one, okay? In the world of PC hardware, we are brutal to each other, as it should be. I see these console guys all the time argue, look at the stupid PC gamers pre-ordering GPUs, and you know what? I actually agree with the console gamers when they say that. So, vice versa, we should be allowed to tell people, hey, supporting the Switch 2 means you're literally advocating for the gaming industry to lock buttons on your console behind a pay subscription, and I'm not in favor of that, so I am critical of your purchase. They want immunity against that. Newsflash, just don't log on Twitter that day. Stay offline, go enjoy your Switch 2, instead of seeking approval from others and avoiding judgment, okay? It's the internet. It's never gonna bend to your will. I'm really hoping, the person behind this Twitter account isn't a grown-ass adult, because if they are, this is embarrassing. Yes, Nintendo fans should absolutely be ridiculed for supporting the same exact type of device that they would have stood against a decade ago. When a console manufacturer is outright locking a button on the controller behind a subscription service, you cannot attempt to hide people's frustrations about that with a bunch of toxic positivity, okay? No console manufacturer out there should be locking a single button behind a paywall. And that's just one example, but supporting products that do things like that, expect criticism. Not everybody's gonna see it your way where, well, it's no big deal, it's Nintendo, their games are good enough to justify such an action. How pathetic is it that they're already setting themselves up for such a scenario too? You'd have been better off saying nothing. Just play your Switch and shut up, okay? Seeking approval is the greatest mistake you could ever make on the internet. Have you noticed how the miserable, broke, unproductive, no having a real profile photo are the ones complaining and crying about the Switch 2? Guess what? I'm going to have a blast with my new system, and you'll still be unhappy, human being, lol. 3 days away!
We used to beat people up for saying things like that!
Oh my god. There's a 6-letter F word off the top of my head. But I'm a changed man. I don't talk like that no more. This is Insecurity, the tweet. You care too much what other people think. Believe it or not, I actually kind of respect Switch guys who are buying this and saying, I'm keeping quiet and I don't care what you think. But it's the ones who are basically outing themselves, posting shit like this. It reeks of desperation, reeks of insecurity. This is clearly someone who's more invested in others' opinions about the Switch 2 than his own opinion. See, my favorite thing about Nintendo fanboys is you can just keep pushing them and shoving them and smacking their own hand against their head saying, stop hitting yourself, and they will never once retaliate. But the minute you leave the room, that's when they want to start acting all tough. There ain't nothing tough about concerning yourself with other people's opinions and how it's gonna hurt your feelings. Yes, I guess we're just all broke, miserable, unproductive, because we think the Switch 2 sets a bad precedent for the gaming industry. Oh, how dare we? The best part is knowing that he's not gonna be having a blast, because you know one eye is gonna be looking at the Switch 2 screen, the other eye is gonna be peeking at Twitter, because you know the number one opinions that they're tuning in for are the opinions being critical and not the opinions praising Nintendo, which is what they would like for the rest of the world to do, but not everyone's on board for what Nintendo is doing here. And some of us, yeah, we stand by our principles. Pesky principles, how dare they get in the way? We want to have a blast! Oh god, I can't stand Nintendo, guys. Anyway, that'll be it for the video on the road to 100K. But before I leave, I just want to let everybody know RGT85's stepdad is trying to recover from a stroke, and there is a GoFundMe page to help him. If there is anything you can give, please do so. I will leave a link down below to where you can go and help him now. That being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to, and I'll see you in the next video.
Free Congo sucks ass.